Good evening and welcome back. This is a series called Shame the Devil uh, and Tell the Truth. I was supposed to have done it with a host last year around Christmas time, but the host was not able to help me out, so I decided to do it on my own. This will be a series uh, and I will update all the information for you in the next film of my update film. So I will give you the information that I have and from research, and that's the truth. Okay. Uh, the title of this is Go Back to Blank, 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 Blank. I'm sure that people of color are from different ethnic groups sure have heard this many, many, many times. Uh, I think I may have heard it addressed to me once, but I mostly have heard it by way of maybe walking by someone and people getting angry and saying, commenting to maybe, I don't know, Asian or Mexican or African. Why don't you go back to your own country? Okay? Uh, and I think to myself, uh, first, why would they say that? And they don't know where they came from or where they originated from. And they shouldn't say that. Then I say to myself, uh, this Caucasian, you're not from here. So how can you say that to another person? Uh, the so-called white people do not know the history of themselves or of other people. So I will give you information on this that I have found, but I already knew. Okay. Uh, some people call them Caucasian, whites, Europeans, whatever. I call them Europeans. Uh, Caucasians also, the Caucasian race also, Caucasoid or Europoid or Europede, uh, is an obsolete race classification of human beings based on a now disproven theory of biological race. The Caucasian race was historically regarded as a biological taxon, which, depending on which of the historical race classifications was being used, uh, usually included ancient and modern populations from all parts of Europe, Western Asia, Central Asia, South Asia, North Africa, and the Horn of Africa. First introduced in the 1780s by members of Gothenburg School of History. The term denoted one of three purported major races of humankind. Those three being Caucasoid, so called white people, Mongoloid, Asian, and Negroid, people of color. Okay, in biological anthropology, Caucasoids has been used as an umbrella term for phenotypically similar groups from these different regions. Okay, with a focus on skeletal anatomy and especially cranial morphology without regard to the skin tone. Ancient and modern Caucasoids populations were thus not exclusively, listen to this, people, please, okay? Caucasoids populations were thus not exclusively white, okay? So called white people, you're not white, okay? Research says that. Let me read it again. Ancient and modern Caucasoids population were thus not exclusively white, but ranged in complexion from so-called white skin to dark brown. Since the second half of the 20th century, physical anthropologists have switched from a typological understanding of human biological diversity towards a genomic and population based perspective, and have tended to understand race as a social classification of humans based on phenotype and ancestry, as well as cultural factors, as a concept is also understood in the social sciences. In the United States, the root term Caucasian still is used as a synonym for white or of European, Middle Eastern, or North African ancestry, a usage that has been criticized. I can understand that, especially from the so-called white people. Okay, so that is the truth about, I'm not going to call them white. I'm going to call them European because that is what they are. Uh, and when these people holler at somebody of color or different race or ethnicity or speaking a language they don't understand, says that go back to blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then that other person can say, well, why don't you go back to where you came from? Because these so-called white people are not white, and they don't have the autonomy on America. They are not America. They immigrated from different countries, and this is not their country. And they need to stop saying that to people, because people, listen to me, and I hope you are listening, okay? This is a lowdown on these Caucasoids. This, they immigrated from a different country. Also, they are immigrants, okay? We all are, except for the indigenous people that was here when these Caucasians came over and tried to take their country. Okay, so we are all immigrants. You too, white people. So stop saying, go back to your country. because this country is not yours and neither. Okay? Look up your history about yourself and other people because you are ignorant on uh, social sciences. Okay, so I'm giving everyone the lowdown so they will understand what is going on. And also, first, too, uh, you don't own anything. Okay, everything that you know of or have was taken from other groups of people. Uh, as for example, the indigenous people of America, the Native Americans, and then also, of course, my ancestors when they were brought here, and you Caucasians knew nothing how to grow anything, make anything, or whatever. So there was the purpose of bringing slaves over here to do the work because you were lazy, you didn't want to do all that work on your plantations. You just, you had to find cheap labor. So when you found out about people of color in another country, that some of the warring tribes was trying to get rid of their enemies and selling these other tribes to you Caucasians. You jumped on it. And so when the plantation owners found out about this, they started uh, buying up your ancestors, my ancestors, everybody's ancestors to build their plantation, to make money for them. Uh, so uh, then a lot of that they lost when the war came. Uh, and from that war, what happened was the reparations that we and our ancestors were supposed to get uh, went to the farmers. And instead of the country paying my ancestors this money, they gave it to the enslavers. How interesting. And then the next reparations was, I believe, the Native Americans. They gave money to them for what they did to them. And then after that, it was the Asians, what they did to them, and they got money and probably still getting monthly checks, same as the Native Americans. And then, even though they didn't do anything to the Jews, the Germans did, uh, America gave money to them so they could renew their life and you know, start over, and also to investments. Okay, now I want you to look at this. African Americans ancestors that did how much work for around 100 years, 150 years, whatever, for nothing, beaten, had nothing to take away for their children. And then when they were not slaves, they was not given a pension or a check to start over. Uh, they would just, master would say you free, and that's it. They didn't know where to start over or do anything. But because of where we came from, we knew that we could make a life. And a lot of people did that. They sharecrop, which was ingenious, or they started their own things like their barbershops, salons, grocery stores. They were ingenious. A lot of ancestors were scientists, or they discovered things. They became doctors, teachers. We had our own schools and everything. So we were the people, are the people, uh, Caucasians, that make you what you are. Uh, and look at the Buffalo Soldiers, Tuskegee Airmen. We have amazing people in our ancestries, but yet still you cannot say you were wrong and you owe my ancestors, your ancestors, brothers, sisters, money, reparations, things that you did to us. And are still doing the thing, it's not so much out there, boom, in your face. It's underneath, secretly doing things, trying to get rid of us still. The slavery and the racism is still there. You think it went poof? No, racism is still here. Listen to what some of the people say, even on YouTube. Uh, you know, I, I have heard people say the dumbest things. And it's like, did he really say that? Did she say that? On the thing about our hair and everything. And it's like, huh, did she say that? Now that's racism. They're talking about things like we can't grow our hair long. We can't do this or that to our hair. Our hair is always short. Our hair is kinky. All this stuff like that. You don't say things like that about people and don't think it's racist. It is racist. You need to get a book. Now, I have 2 books on our hair. Okay. And it's probably on the internet too. Study this. Our hair. Our hair is beautiful and wonderfully made. See? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. I love the texture of my hair. And I can wear my hair many ways that you Caucasian women can't, and in different styles. And we can cut our hair off and have it a little tiny, tiny, tiny if we want it. And as a matter of fact, I do. I get tired of it being long. So like my niece have said, like every 3 years maybe, I will cut it off. I will just bang. I'm tired of it. I want it short and a red short. And this is of my choice, not because I cannot grow my hair. My hair and other women of color can do this. Okay. And we have different textures and different layers of hair. Like there is one that is almost straight. Okay. I think that's 4A. 4B has more curl in it like that. And the 4C is, a little bit curlier, but more manageable. And I feel that I have 4C or 4B, I'm not sure. Anyway, and we know how to take care of our hair. our hair is beautiful and we love our hair. And stop saying ignorant things, please. White people about our hair, just study and try to understand us. We're not complicated. We study your things and your hair. Why do you think we get smart and we get money and we get better in our lives? Because we make ourselves better. And we study and learn and work hard, and bang, we're there. And okay, you maybe was here and we was way down there, but buddy, okay, white people, we are here now. And we are on your heels. And every year that goes by, we are getting better and better and better until it's like, boom, and you're here. Okay? So look out and do not underestimate us because we are wonderfully and awesomely made, and our brain is like, wow, there's so much stuff up there. Like with me, I have a lot of stuff up here, and the Spirit of God helps me to bring it out. And it's things that, wow, I didn't realize I knew that until I look it up and I say, wow, that's a word? Okay, got it, God. And He tells me what to study and how to study and how to put it out there for people to understand and want more, because I have made myself better to the point where I did not realize I could do that. I already knew I was a wonderful person, a special person, but I could take it to a level that I did not realize I could get there. Just like with this YouTube, uh, I started it like a year and a half with a manager slash mentor. And because I thought I could not write or really talk, well, I have dyslexia and other neurological problems that causes me to twitch or not be able to pronounce words. Uh, and that's from being on the ventilator in a medically induced coma in 2018. And for the new people that have not heard about that, I will give you the lowdown on that in the future. Some of my history, some for the newcomers. So right now, I think I've said everything that needs to be said on the go back to blah, blah, blah. Okay. There may be another thing. Let's see here. Uh, Findings, Meniere's Bloomberg described the Caucasian race as consisting of Europe, West Asia, the Indian Peninsula, North Africa, and this usage later into the widely used color terminology for race, contrasting of Negroid, Mongoloid, and Australioid. So the people that say they're pure white, are not white. Okay, you need to check your ancestry. All right, because I have, and I know that I am a mixture of not two, but like five different races or ethnic group. Why do you think I'm this color? You know, yeah, I accept it. And I am proud of my ancestry. So right now I will close and thank you everybody. I hope you enjoyed this film and thank you all for the support. Uh, the subscribers that already following me, thank you. And for the newbies that has subscribed to me. And for the ones just come and get the information, that's okay too. Perhaps, maybe in the future, you could subscribe because there are things that are coming that is wow, so interesting. And because it is, my channel is based on bettering yourself through education, uh, whatever you want, cooking, exercise, information on being spiritual, information on meditation, how to meditate, all these things, how to make a pie or whatever, come in. If anything specific you want, put it in the comments. I read my comments. And thank you, person who commented on uh, the Southern Bears being the brothels and information on brothels and everything. I thank you for that so much, and I appreciate that comment. And other people can comment and also ask me questions or whatever. So there's a lot of things, and I'll be putting up film on the updates of what is coming. So please continue to subscribe and like and take care of yourself and each other. And please remember to pass it on. Thank you.